What's going on, guys? King Strats here, back in the video on the channel, and today is my first time ever trying Hattie B's, the famous Nashville hot chicken restaurant, obviously located in Nashville, Tennessee, but through a service called Goldbelly, which I've been highlighting, you can get some of this stuff delivered to your house. So I decided to get the Hattie B's chicken and try it out. It was about a 2.5 hour process to make, but since I'm a person who really loves Nashville hot chicken, that 2.5 hour process was nothing for me, but I'm gonna break it down for you in as quick as possible as I can. So the chicken arrives at your door in a box with dry ice. So it's in these vacuum sealed packs that comes complete with these directions that I'm showing you on your screen. So what you have to do is you have to take the chicken out and you have to let it temper for an hour to let it thaw out. Once that's done, now you can take it out of its vacuum seal and put it onto these wire baking trays, and from there, 350 for 1 hour. Then another 400-degree turn up for another 20 minutes. Once that's done, you get these sauce packets that put it in a microwave safe container, and then you're gonna heat that up, and then you're gonna put your chicken, you can drizzle it across. I did the strengths for, you can do drizzling for mild all the way up to dunking if you want it hot. So I got everything from no seasoning up to hot, and then you have to add this seasoning packet that is on there as well, which is for the hot, so you put it liberally on, which is on the last two that you see right here. So I have 8 pieces of Hattie B's fried chicken. It costs $100. If you want to get it with sides, it costs about $130. But thanks to you guys, because you guys liked the last video, Goldbelly actually caught wind of it, and they asked me what I wanted, and I picked this. So I got this sent to me for free. Full disclosure, of course, but there is no catch to this. I'm going to give my 100% honest review on whether or not it's worth getting. I'm not rating the actual restaurant, but the service version, so people don't get confused. It's probably better there, but this is the best you can do if you live across the country and you don't want to pay for a plane ticket to Nashville. So that is what we have today, man. Drop a thumbs up. Of course, if this does well, who knows, we'll maybe get some more stuff from them. So either way, I'm going to buy it. I'm going to be honest with you. But if you want to see more, drop a thumbs up, man. Hit the sub button. Drop a comment. Doesn't even matter. You can put a chicken emoji down there if you want to. But if the video does well, it does well for me, which means we get more of this kind of stuff. And that's good for both of us. But without further ado, man, I'm talking your ear off. Let's do it. Hattie B's. There it is. Nashville hot chicken. I am so ready for this. I'm gonna start off with, I don't know why I'm doing this, but I want to try the chicken without any of the oil or the rubs or anything. So we got 2 pieces here that I didn't do anything to. So that is how it comes. I don't know what to think of this because I don't know if it's gonna be good without any of the stuff on it, but I hope it is. You want to do a wing? Yeah, let's bite right here. Well, I'm not a fan of breast meat because I think it's dry. And this is in fact dry. But let's try just the skin right here. The skin is your pretty basic chicken fry. It tastes like salt, pepper, little garlic powder, onion powder, maybe some paprika. Not much going on with that. If I was just getting this fried chicken by itself, I would probably be mad as hell. I'm not going to lie to you. I wouldn't pay $100 for it. I'm just telling you the truth. But we're going to see what it tastes like when it doesn't, or when it does have the seasoning on it. I do want to try just a wing too. Wing's much better though. I don't like breast meat, man. That's what it is. And I know that. This is a little better. Breast meat, I don't really like it. I just think breasts are dry. I'll give it a 4 out of 10. But the wing, just by itself, I would give it a 6.5 out of 10. But let's make it hot. Let's get into the heat. I'm gonna go with the mild. So this is the mild. With the mild, it's the same seasoning as the medium, but you only drizzle some of it on. So I guess that controls the heat level. Let's rip a piece of this. Ooh, that's nice and steamy. Look at this. I want to start with the wing this time though, because I know I'm a bigger fan of these wings. Not much better. As you probably could have guessed, most of the flavor is going to come from these dips, as they call them. The mild is, yeah, it's pretty mild. There is a heat level, so people who don't have any spice tolerance, this would probably be too hot for you, I'm being honest. But I like the flavor on this. The chicken is nice and crispy. You can see I'm cleaning it. And the flavor on the mild is just a little bit of spice, nothing too crazy. Now, I've had a pretty decent amount of hot chicken. I'm just going to grab this bite right here. That's the bite I want, right where my finger is. Boom. Honestly, this is good. It's very good. Spice level for me, not enough. But when it comes to this breast meat, it's much juicier. You can even see it on the bottom. So I don't know what happened, but it works much better with this. This is good. Now we're getting somewhere. I know these are going to be even better, but that is as good as I thought it would be. I know that I'm going to like it better when it's hotter, but it's juicy, just a little bit of spice. I need a little bit more in my opinion, but I like that. A person with a low spice tolerance, you would enjoy that. I'm going to give that an 8.5 out of 10. May or may not be able to tell this because I am a fan of the thigh meat. I saved the medium and the hot, and these are all leg quarters. These are all the wing and breast sections. So this is going to probably be much better in my opinion. Look at this piece right here. It looks exquisite. So this is the medium. Let me see. Break that. Ooh, okay. I want to get in here though. Let me just. Yeah, that fell right off the bone, which is good. They are tender. That's not good enough. I need this bite right there. Very juicy. Spice level's much better. This is fire. This is fire. Again, even though I baked this the way it came, it is really, really juicy and a good amount of flavor. One disappointing thing, once you get the skin off, really not a lot going on the actual chicken. You would expect, or at least in my expectations, that it would have, the chicken's really, really juicy though. It would have some sort of seasoning on the actual bird itself, which it's only on the top. So it is juicy, but without the skin, I'm trying not to like destroy everything or my taste buds, but there's not much underneath there, which is a little bit of a disappointment. But as far as hot chicken I've had, this isn't my number one, to be honest, but it is some of the better ones I've had. It's definitely in that upper tier. Like, I'm not trying to... I need to get this bite. I'm sorry. That fell right off the damn bone, too. It is good, though. I still think it's elite. I'll give it a 9 out of 10. Finally, this is the one I think is going to be the best. This is the hot. So the hot has the same dip as the other ones, but what changes it is you can see there is a dusting of their hot seasoning on the top. So this is the first one to me that like should be like real deal legit Nashville hot chicken. The other stuff is kind of just, you know, waiting for this. But let's bite. I'm just gonna bite this whole damn thing, right? That's dangerous. That's dangerous. This is the perfect heat for me. There is hotter than this, by the way. I just didn't get it. They have one that's called Shut the Cluck Up. I don't think I want that. Because this is the level that I'm starting to sweat, but it's a good heat. Anything above this would probably be pushing it. Again, it's like falling apart, but it is super juicy. Can I just dunk this? I'll probably do something like that if I got it. Because, again, it's juicy, but you really need that skin to bring it home. This one's delicious. Heat level on the hot, out of 10, probably like a 6. It's not like ridiculously hot, but it's enough that I'm starting to get like that mouth or lip burn that I think you need when you have Nashville hot chicken. A good sweat. It's good. It's very good. This, the hot version, is some of the better Nashville hot chicken I've had. There's no denying that. It's fantastic. Again, really juicy. Spice flow is perfect for me. I would eat this 1,000 times over. I'll give it a 9.5 out of 10. This is probably what a lot of you are wondering. Is this worth ordering? I think a lot of things so far that I've done with Gold Belly are more of a novelty thing. Meaning, you can probably, if you live in a major city, find chicken that is just as good or on the level of this, if I'm being honest. But there's something about trying this, knowing it's from Hattie B's, that makes it really cool. And in that case, I think it's worth it. If you could get maybe just the seasoning, I don't know if they sell that by itself, which would be a lot cheaper, and then fry your own chicken. The fried chicken itself, to me personally, is not that great. Like, it's okay, but I can get fried chicken as good as that around here. It's really where it comes into play is with these sauces and stuff like that. I know they have a website. I haven't checked, but maybe I'll put a note up on the screen or do something in post-production to see if you can just order that. I would suggest doing that. If you got some extra money and you want to try this for the one time, it's definitely worth it. But I'm just going to tell you, if you've had hot chicken from a really, really good hot chicken place, it's not going to alter your life. It is good, but I've done hot chicken on the channel before. And some of those other places, when you're doing like true Nashville hot, the first place that comes to mind off the top of my head, the one I've done in here called Jerry's Hot Chicken, it competes. It's right there. So you can keep that in mind. Again, $100 is kind of steep, but you're paying for the bells and whistles, just like with Lou Malnati's and the other stuff I've done. But I'm going to do more because I did find this enjoyable. I thought this chicken was really good. But I would suggest if you're going to do something from Gold Belly, it would be something where you really don't have access to it. I wouldn't order this again just because I would just go to Jerry's if I want a hot chicken. But other stuff that I really don't have access to, I would probably do a little bit more. But I do think this is awesome. I hope you guys did enjoy this because I want to do more of this. And if it continues to do well, I'm just, again, this is me being truthful. I've spoken to the people at Gold Belly. If the videos do well, then I might be able to have a partnership where I can try this stuff at a lot more frequent of a level to give you my honest opinion. I'm never going to take money or anything like that, but I'll take the free food for my honest opinion. I don't care. Again, I didn't pay for this, but if I did, I wouldn't be telling you, oh, why wouldn't you try to find a way around it? But with that being said, it's still really good. I want to have the rest of that mild chicken right there, and I'm going to give this, I already know who's getting this. I'm going to be honest with you. That's why I didn't touch this back row and that one, and I'm wearing gloves this way, you know, I didn't have any cross-contamination. I know people, oh, this family, they're cool, don't worry about it. But I want to talk to you about something. You know, we got a topic at the end. I want to get into it. So let me finish this chicken, and let's finish this. This may be just me being a boomer or being from an older generation, but I do want to talk about this because I don't like it, okay? I've heard about a lot of different things of people making videos using AI that in some cases are really disrespectful. I heard about one that was pertaining to Taylor Swift, and now, ironically, because I was talking about this woman just a couple of videos ago, but Bobby Altoff, another one that apparently like a video came out on Twitter, which wasn't her, but it was like AI created that people thought was her, that was like explicit, for lack of better words. And again, I saw another video that was talking about how someone made an AI video from scratch, but it was just like a cat, but waking up their owner or something of that nature. And this is just me being an old man, but I really don't like AI. And also because I'm a huge fan of Terminator, we gotta go away from, like, I know people, there's good uses to AI, but it's growing at such an exponential and scary rate that I'm starting to put a tinfoil hat in my head and say, oh, like, AI is going to replace us as people and all this other stuff, and I don't like it. I don't know how y'all feel about it, but if you don't know the plot of Terminator, and obviously this is extreme, but let me science fiction nerd you and just tell you the topic of Terminator. The topic of Terminator, or the plot of Terminator, is that a artificial intelligence system called Skynet is built by humans, and little by little, they start putting it in charge of things like, you know, a pilot flying a plane, or driving cars, or doing work, etc. And that all seems harmless, right? You know, the pilot will never get tired, pilot won't show up to work drunk, things of that nature. Completely understand. But the software, or the AI, does so well at it that they eventually put it in charge of our own defense network. Like, our defenses. And the AI becomes self-aware and realizes that the biggest threat to protection are humans. So it attacks us using our own defense network. I think I watch too many sci-fi movies, man. I just don't like AI. Like, I don't really use it for anything. Now, I know there are milder forms of it. You say, oh, where you're using, you know, I don't want to say the name because it'll wake up, but the thing, Amazon? I can't say it because I swear to God, my house has it. And the one that's on the phone, the lady on the phone, I can't say it because she'll wake up. You know what I'm talking about? So I know that those things are milder forms of it, but I'm not talking about that kind of AI. I'm talking about the kind that you're like, those are software that you use to like search things and or turn on your lights and things like that. That's not a free thinking software that like does stuff and computes and you get what I'm saying when I say that? So I know some people gonna write it in the comments, but I'm more talking about I remember there was one when I was a kid that was called Smarter Child. It was like a bot that you would talk to on, again, I'm aging myself, but when I was a kid, we had America Online, and it was like an account called Smarter Child, and you could talk to it, and it answered your questions. And we were like, oh, this is amazing. But that was like, was it 2024? I mean, yeah, that's 30 years ago, bro. Like, the stuff that it does now just, I don't know, it scares me. And when I saw these things that are like, I don't want to go into this one, but the last story I heard was more or less that a girl was bullied in school. I don't know what grade, but they made AI videos similar to like Taylor Swift and the Bobby Althoff thing, and she, for lack of better words, deleted herself. And that's just disgusting what people can do. And it scares me to think that like in a couple of years, anybody can just, they can make AI your voice where they can have you saying something that you didn't say or doing something that you didn't do or both. And it's a scary thing to think about that you can have an invasion of privacy over something that you didn't even actually do. And because of the way the internet is set up these days, people run with rumors and believe it's true. And by the time it comes out that it's fake, the damage is usually done. And that scares me, you know, because we can really get ourselves in trouble here. So I don't really have an answer. We can't stop it at this point, but I'm going to be like one of those people that, you know how like the old people don't want to use like, it reminds me of, like, maybe I'm being like this, but a lot of the boomers, and I mean actual boomers like baby boomers, which are now like, you know, they're senior citizens, most of them don't like using online payments, for example, like banking, online banking. They pay their bills, they go in person. I got family members as well as like some of my friends' parents and stuff that when they go to pay their phone bill or like, you know, their light bill or whatever, they go to the building in person and hand them money or a check or something of that nature. Or when they deposit money in their bank account, they don't want to take the picture. They go into the bank. Most people don't do that anymore. You know, your money's digital. Everything's digital. And it scares me that, you know, like, this is just me with the tinfoil hat, that they can just delete your money. Like, all of our money that's sitting in bank accounts, like, it's just a number on a screen. Like, what if it just is gone? I don't know. It scares me, man. But I want to talk about that. If you're a person that thinks that the AI stuff is cool, I understand the positives of it. I'm not saying there aren't positives of it. There are. But the thing that really scares me is what I talked about before, which is like invasion of privacy. I heard about the Taylor Swift thing. I stay off of what used to be Twitter. It's now called X because I don't like some of that stuff. You know, I don't care if people want to talk about freedom of speech. I get that. Like, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about those types of things that are on there. Just not cool, in my opinion. You know, imagine if that was you and there's a video of you doing something explicit and it's not even you. It scares me. But I wanted to talk about that. I had a conversation today earlier about it and it just bothered the living hell out of me. So I put my tinfoil hat on in a second. I don't really do the conspiracy theories and stuff like that, but Skynet, Terminator, all right? I watched Arnold for years. You know, I'll be back. Like, it's growing too fast. But that's what I wanted to talk about. Hattie B's, like I said, I gave you the rundown there. I won't insult you and repeat myself. I'm not trying to make this video longer than it has to be. I know I rambled, but yeah, I liked it. I'm not gonna eat those because I'm gonna give them away. That's why I ain't touch them. It's family members, so they can have it. I love them. They don't care if a piece of chicken that I touched it. They don't care. Okay, they've eaten food I've cooked. Like the hell. Anyway, I love y'all, man. Hope y'all enjoyed. Again, I hope these do well because I'm enjoying doing this. But we'll be back tomorrow. More content, man. The hand signs, they made it to YouTube.